Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to the Toronto Raptors 103-91 victory on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Riker, the last game heading into the All-Star break, and the Raptors snap a little two-game losing streak. They get off that skid, they get back in a rhythm. How are we feeling about this game in this one? Because there's a lot of fun moments in this W against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I feel like Gary Trent Jr. I feel like Gary Trent Sr. Drippy confidence, Ben, rolling into the All-Star break with a big fur jacket. That's how this victory has me feeling, Ben, against not a team that you think is good, but that has a decent record, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they came out to be competitive. I would even say chippy in this one, Ben, so it's a good win.
Yeah, they sneaky good, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Toronto Raptors. They've been playing really well as of late as well. So the Raptors is a big win, right? Losing to the Pelicans in the last one was just an ugly, ugly game. Had a close one against the Denver Nuggets, and the Raptors get a little momentum, get a little flames going, a little hot streak as we enter, the NBA All-Star break. Freddie VanVleet gets there. Zach LaVine, I'm not sure if he's playing in the All-Star game, but obviously Pascal Siakam, he's the guy that's hopefully going to be slotted in if he's taken out. But lots of fun stuff in this. But as you said, Riker, there's a lot of drip, a lot of drip happening for Gary Trent Sr. I got the milk going on the screen there as you're brushing up the face. But Gary Trent Jr. tonight, the star boy himself, the Raptors GOAT, as you've said on recent podcasts, showing it off in this in this game here tonight, right? Flexing that stuff there. Dropped a 30-piece in this game, Riker. 5 of 12 from the three-point line, 10 of 24 from the field, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. What'd you see from the star boy in this game?
I think my screen is frozen, which sucks because
Riker is froze, but he is raving about the Raptors. GROAT, Starboy Gary Trent Jr., because obviously came out in this one from people that saw him was cooking to start off this game, right? He's hyped, he's froze there, getting ready to go. But then game went along. The Timberwolves kind of got back in the mix of it. Gary Trent Jr. got cold, but then as we really needed our star boy, when we really needed our guy at the end, right? Gary Trent Jr.'s dad, you see it in the thumbnail with the puffy coat, ready to rock, right? Gary Trent Jr. was ready to show out in those clutch moments, hit some dagger threes, hit some floaters, some takes to the rim that were essential for the Raptors in this comeback. Some big plays from Gary Trent Jr., Riker, if you're back on the screen ready to go.
I'm kind of back, but I keep lagging out. I gotta listen. If anybody in the chat knows a good Wi-Fi extender, please recommend it. Please, we've been saving our money to improve the Wi-Fi. That's what all the super chats is going into. One fund to improve the Wi-Fi quality of my side of things. Now I just need to know where to direct that money, just like Mr. Gary Trent Jr. knew how to direct his shots tonight. That was kind of actually a weak segue in this one, Ben. But he was so cold last game. I was embarrassed to have called him one of the greatest Raptors of all time when it's all said and done. Thank you for misconstruing what I properly said.
Raptors GOAT. You said better than Kyle. Greater than Kawhi Leonard. That's what you were ranting about there. Vince Carter, who? DeMar DeRozan, who? CB4, who? Gary Trent, the star boy.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when it's all said and done, Ben. But he's not the only one that had a good game tonight. Pascal Siakam. He was flirting with another triple-double. He was 1 day shy of 2 days shy of Valentine's Day, when he could have really been flirting, I guess, with a triple-double. But he saved the best for after. And Ben, tonight closed the game like you'd expect him to. You want him to be an all-star replacement. Played like it tonight.
Yeah, certainly played like it tonight. Spicy P continues his I'm saying all NBA quest. Who cares about an all-star game? Who cares about that fan vote? Whatever. Right? Whatever. Spicy P is playing like a guy that should be on an all-NBA, third team, second team, first team if the Raptors make it to that top 4 seed. Who really knows? But the way he just sort of gets to the rim, his touch around the rim, we talk about touch a bunch on this podcast, talk about getting all that going, but Spicy P, it has come back for him over the past couple of months to an elite level. He's spinning around, he's driving into people, whether it be, big on him like Karl Anthony Towns blows past him with the speed. A strong reaching defender like Patrick Beverley, right? If he's in there, Spicy P's just bowling him out of the way, plowing his way to that rim, and whether it be a floater, a nice little Euro step, a dive to the rim, Pascal Siakam's finishing over whoever's in the paint has been absolutely elite, and that's opening up the long-range jumpers, the middies and stuff. Didn't have had it going from the outside in this game tonight, but, the points are coming. Also had 8 rebounds and 9 assists in this game. Near triple-double, little triple-double.
He actually had a 5x5 tonight, Ben. 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 turnovers, 5 fouls. That James Harden stat line.
Hey, getting that juice. Plus 11 for the field. Getting the juice going. But Spicy Pete. Are you calling it right now? Are you saying all NBA for our guy Spicy Pete?
100%, Ben. We gotta move up the ranks, but it's getting tighter and tighter in the East. I think Cleveland lost recently. Who else lost? Boston just lost.
Boston just lost to the Detroit Pistons, so that's a big one right there. The New York Knicks, your New York Knicks, Ryker, they almost took down the Brooklyn Nets. However, unfortunately, the Nets ended up coming back from, 30 down, which is 28. We can't have those. We can't have a perfect night, but the Celtics losing is obviously huge. They're ahead of us. They've eclipsed us a little bit. They were a game and a half ahead of us going into tonight, and the Raptors now half a game back. Celtics. Dwayne Casey giving us some props, giving us some love. But Ryker, we do have a lot of guys to talk about in this game here in this one, and one guy that should not be left out, not be left. Do you want to get a little drum roll going for us, Ryker? Get a little drum roll, because tonight, the Scotty Barnes Award. We're going through the starters first. It's going for a guy. You're talking about 5 5s and 5s, other stats, but there's only one guy that had 3 steals in this game. Team leader in steals. It's going to Scotty Barnes. 9 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. Balling out, going, nothing too crazy from Scotty Barnes, but I thought he played solid defense. Didn't play too much down the stretch of this one because our bench was very, very nice. Very, very nice. The big bench lineup. But I thought Scotty Barnes did solid in earning the Scotty Barnes Award tonight. As people know. The criteria is fluid.
You say bench, you say 3 steals. He also had 1 block. The only other guy that had a steal and a block in this game was Thaddeus Young, who I was roasting last podcast, saying he was looking lost. It was going to take some time for him to figure out how to play small ball and positionless basketball, rotation basketball. He had a couple plays tonight. He was looking pretty clean out there. He was comfortable with his handles, right? He was driving into the lane. He was facilitating the ball relatively well. His off-ball cuts from last game to this game, it's insane how he figured out how to move off the ball, which was crazy because I thought he was really rotating nicely, without the ball in his hands. Thad Young, talk about this man.
10 points, 5 rebounds, assist, a steal, a block for him, as you mentioned, getting the steal and the block in this game. And I said in the previous game, his IQ is clearly there, but it takes a little bit of time to figure out the Raptors systems. I thought on defense there were times...
apparently it only takes 1 day.
Well, the defense, there were moments where Thaddeus Young didn't seem to have the same type of rotations, didn't seem to be on the same type of string. But with that even being said, you see the hustle from Thaddeus Young, the role plays, the ability to just pass on a dime, right? The ability to just have that veteran presence, right? See cutters coming, made a really gorgeous pass to Precious Achiuwa in this one. Had one where Malachi Flynn throw over the top, and he had the right idea, but the ball ended up fumbling out of his hands. But that facilitating at the big man spot is going to be huge because the Toronto Raptors tonight, and it's the Nick Nurse, the mad scientist, right? He said he's not sure if he's a scientist, but he's definitely mad. But we ran some pretty big lineups. Precious Achiuwa, Thaddeus Young, and Chris Boucher and Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam running with the bench, whether it be with Delano Bant or Malachi Flynn. But that big lineup, with our 3 true bigs coming off the bench, that really brought us back in this game in the fourth quarter, Riker. Precious Achiuwa was great. Thaddeus Young was making the right decisions out there. Chris Boucher had a few spicy Piles of the day, not to spoil anything, spoil any segments for later. But what did you see from the big men off the bench? Because I feel like they complement each other well, even though they're the same height and provide similar skill sets, if that makes sense.
Well, they're all now confident to shoot, which is the big thing, right? If they're all slow rotating and not confident enough to draw any defense out at the 3-point line, right? There was one sequence, I hope I'm not stealing your spicy Pele, where there were a couple of corner threes, perhaps. Am I getting hot?
No.
Okay, perfect.
Don't worry.
There were some consecutive corner threes. Boucher in the one corner, and then Achiuwa very next possession, the opposite corner, right? And there was no hesitation there. And Naz Reid, he closed out with his hands down. Hand down, man down. If you remember the days with Lennis Kleza, that's when I remember first hearing hand down, man down. And that's what happened tonight. So when you have our guys that are willing to shoot, capable enough to make it, then you can play a ton of bigs out there because they're interchangeable with small forwards, really, which is what they are. They're kind of combo 3-4s. None of them are a 5, which is the funny makeup of this team. We have no centers, but we have a bunch of combo 3-4s, which is nice.
Yep. And I love, because Precious is the athlete. He did a really good job guarding whoever he was matched up with tonight, whoever he was switched on, particularly Towns, who hit some tough shots in this game. Obviously, he's a great player, but I thought we did a good job on him. Chris Boucher, who can come on the weak side and block shots with more length than those other two guys and can hit those corner threes and finish around the rim, get some putback garbage buckets. And then Thaddeus Young, who's more of a facilitator, who can almost play that Marc Gasol-esque slot for the Raptors in the offensive end, hit those hook shots, make the right decisions, right? That triad that they have, and they throw in whoever's playing well from the starters, right, and rock that lineup out. I like that group coming off the bench. And I know we wanted a guard, and we still might get a guard in the buyout market, but I feel like Thaddeus Young can add that level of playmaking, which doesn't make it necessary for us to acquire a natural point guard or something, even though it might be wild for us to get a Thad Young running bench point guard at times. Malachi Flynn and Delano Banton did look pretty solid in this one, but I do want to specifically shout out Precious Achiuwa. The Precious propaganda, one of his better games of the season, I felt like tonight in this one. 11 points, 6 rebounds, hit a very, very clutch corner 3, or a timely corner 3, I would say. And Ryker, imagine just seeing Precious Achiuwa running like a bulldog, make some wild plays at times, airballing shots, missing layups and stuff. And then lately, over the past 10 games or so, he's been pretty good for hitting late fourth quarter corner threes. And that must absolutely rip the heart out of fans of the opposing team. Just watching it gets me super excited. But I'm just picturing a Timberwolves fan seeing Precious Achiuwa splash contested corner threes to ice the game for the Toronto Raptors.
100%. It's funny because he can't hit the ball in the ocean when he's looking at the backboard, and yet when he's corner 3, hardest shot in the game, that's where he has the most confidence. And it's got to be deflating because you have Patrick Beverley trying to start a fight with everyone. You have who else was out there? Jade McDaniels putting in pretty good minutes on the defensive end, working their butts off. And then you have Naz Reid, like I said, close out a corner 3 with his hands down and you get splashed 2 on you in a row. And then the lead is just, you can't even come back from that. So it's tough as a Timberwolves fan, because it's credit to them. Their fans were in it all game, but this is a good game for the Raptors where, you know, the defense amped up in the third and they just kept it on.
The defense was juiced, and then they put the gas pedal going. They let the Timberwolves back in it, and Timberwolves played well. The Timberwolves played well, but the Raptors, this is what we need. This is what we need from the squad. John Jakelick saying Thagic Johnson. We got a nickname for Thaddeus Young coming, but the animation has not been cooked up yet. But Ryker, there's a lot of moments in this game. Is there anyone else you want to particularly dive into? We've been splitting the minutes between Malachi Flynn and Delano Banton as of late. What are your thoughts on Nick Nurse's strategy of splitting? You know, Malachi Flynn 7 minutes, Delano Banton 8 minutes. I feel like you just got to pick one on a given night and then say 14 for you, 15 for you, right? Tonight, we'll try out the other guy on the other night. We did have Malachi Flynn to be sort of a zone buster at the end of this game, but what are your thoughts on that sort of fight for the final guard position?
I would agree with you. I'd agree. Give them more playing time, right? Say if you make your minutes worth it, you get to keep playing. If you don't, you don't. That makes a lot more sense. You need time, especially if you're been on the bench for so long, you're not getting up NBA shots. Can't expect a guy to come in, be consistent from three or from really anywhere on the field. Although that said, Delano Banton's only shot in this one was a pretty wild step back, like pretty contested. So
Delano Banton has some moments, man, where he looks fire. And I see Scooby-Doo always in the chats, always looking for this hoodie. And we're doing another giveaway. It hasn't been claimed. The hoodie hasn't been claimed. So definitely, if you want this hoodie, if you want this hoodie, you still have a chance to subscribe and then get in on the hoodie giveaway that we'll be doing after the final alarm. But Ryker, I think it's time to swing it into those segments. And tonight, the spicy pea lay of the day. You didn't spoil it earlier. You worried you were. But Chris Boucher in this one had two ferocious, had two beastly, had just the Bloc Québécois, right? He came out here living up to that nickname. Two ferocious blocks over Karl Anthony Towns at the end of this one. The second one was definitely on Karl Towns. I forget if the first one was there specifically, but the first one, Boucher was just in the paint. Whoever was driving in there on the Minnesota Timberwolves, Boucher just slapped that thing straight into the front court for the Raptors to go on a little bit of a fast break. The possession after, OG was kind of guarding Karl Anthony Towns well, forced him into the help defense, and then Chris Boucher, the way he rotates over and can just stifle these shots, swatted that home, and there was some force onto those blocks there, Ryker.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that first one was on Naz Reid or Karl Anthony Towns, but he was swatting it. Towns somehow thought that he got fouled on that, but that was one of the cleaner blocks of the game, if not the whole season. So there was some weirdness in this. Also, well, I don't want to spoil segments again either, but there was some strange imbalance in the referee calling for this one as well. I don't know if you're going to comment on that, so I'll just let you carry on here, Ben.
Get the kazoos going. But Ryker, not all plays can be the spicy Pele of the day, and some just make you say, oh geez. And tonight, the OGs play of the day. The chat is wilding right now. The hoodie is fluid. People are hyped for Gary Trent Jr. We got Paul Blunt with the spicy pea peppers. But do you have an OGs in mind? Because I feel like mine's gonna flow right into the golden kazoo as well. But I'll let you, if you have any in mind, we can get yours out of the way first.
Well, I said at the beginning, Gary Trent Sr.'s coat,
Okay.
I'm actually thinking, if we can hit 25,000 subscribers by tomorrow, we will track down Gary Trent Sr., get him to donate his coat to the podcast, give that away as the 25,000 subscribers special, and somebody can wear that wonderful, magical coat that he was wearing. That's my OGs.
If we get to 25K subs tonight, we will buy a Gucci coat. A Gucci coat for whoever, for someone in the chat.
Magic Gary Trent Sr. And we'll figure out the next game that he's going to attend and try to buy the ticket right next to him so you can wear the same coat.
That's the look you guys want to see. Gary Trent Sr. looking fly. The whole fam was out there just balling out. I'm not sure. I think it was his son. I'm not sure who was what the family relations were, but the kid next to him was getting juice for some Gary Trent Jr. clutch threes. But that was always exciting to see. But Ryker, another little OGs. It's going to OGs himself, Patrick Beverley. The Golden Kazoo is going to the refs. Spoiler alert. But Patrick Beverley, it's not a Golden Kazoo at this point because everyone knows what he does. But my goodness, this guy is brutal to play against. My fear is he's going to injure half our team whenever he's out there on the court. He just stiff arms people straight into the neck. Gary Trent Jr. is going in and he just attacks them, mauls them straight to the ground. I don't know. Let's mix. Let's combine these awards. The one, the only, the infamous Paul Pierce Golden Kazoo Award of the night. But you'll talk about the foul discrepancy, and that was obviously brutal in this one. But how on earth did they not give a flagrant to Patrick Beverley, or as Matt Devlin would say, Patrick Beasley, because he called him Beasley 1,000 times in this game tonight. But how was that not a flagrant foul when he elbowed OG in the neck, and then obviously OG retaliated 3 seconds later?
Don't ask me questions that make sense but have a nonsensical answer, Ben. How are they scrapping before the jump ball even starts at the beginning of this game? It's It's not the championship. It's not the playoffs. These aren't two top seed teams. This isn't a franchise with history of rivalry against one another. This isn't LeBron against KD. It's Patrick Beverly, Gary Trent Jr. Like, relax it. It's just, I don't get it.
Hey, some Blazers-Clippers rivalry from the bubble. Cancun, here the Blazers go. Right, Gary Trent Jr. was on that squad, and then obviously the Clippers ended up getting knocked out, and then that was a huge thing right there. But yeah, okay. So the fam, yeah, it was Gary Trent Jr.'s dad, but apparently it's his little brothers, I believe. So that's what the chat is saying about Gary Trent's fam. But that was wild. But the refs, you have the numbers with the referees going off there, Riker. If you want to sound off
at the end of the game, it's not the craziest swing. It's 29 attempts for the Timberwolves and 19 for the Raptors. So 2/3 of the total shots from the free throw line. However, in the, what was it? Pascal Siakam, and like midway through the fourth, he had free throws, or maybe it was like 10-minute mark in the fourth, and they were like, "What? They're getting free throws?" Because the Raptors at that point had 6 free throw attempts the entire game. From quarter 1 through 3, they averaged 1 trip to the line per quarter. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely weird, especially where the Timberwolves are aggressive and they aren't super athletic. Like, obviously teams that don't foul,
and they're not trying to hide it.
Yeah, have very quick on-ball defenders that have their hands up and are big and all that sort of stuff. But the Timberwolves they're late on the rotations. Usually they reach in a bunch. They have Patrick Beverly who's fouling someone on every single possession. And for that to be the case, just very obscure. Very, very obscure, Riker. You're usually apologizing for those referees, but I think we're both on the board with the same sort of feeling in this one tonight. But the chat has been popping in this one. The chat has been chatting, as they say. So I think it's time to do a couple little giveaways, a couple little interactions as we get rocking, Riker. Are you ready for that final alarm to sound off?
Yep.
Let's get it. Woo, 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 woo. That's right. The final alarm has sounded. And we want to hear what you guys have to say about this game. Let us know in the comment section. As is tradition, a little like spike going for the Toronto Raptors, getting a W against the Minnesota Timberwolves for the final alarm. And Sen Bimmets coming in hot with the first super chat of the pod, saying Gary Bird knocking down some threes like Mr. Larry for the Celtics, taking an L in this one. But I think before people go too crazy, we got to do this hoodie giveaway so people get this rocking and we can really sound off into this one. But Riker, will it be someone from the chat? I think you predicted that this is the podcast where it's going to someone. So
that was my prediction from the beginning. Yep.
We got to get this. Jump. We got to get this rocking. So folks, let's just dive into it. The beep boops are happening in the chat. We got this going. They're cooking up. The drum roll is going, folks. The drum roll is going. Do you have any predictions who it's going to, Riker, before the selection is in? Who do you think it's going to? Who are you seeing in the chat?
I don't know.
Alrighty. The channel ID is here. The channel ID is here, folks.
Come on. Someone we know.
Please subscribe to the channel. It helps your chances. Oh, I don't even have it on the screen. It's popped up. Folks, Raffy D!
Who?
Raffy D. Getting the winner of this giveaway. The winner of
Never
this giveaway.
Never seen Raffy D in the chat. I don't think that this is good. I think we're going to be pushed into another. That's going to be post All-Star break.
Raffy D. This is
Come on, brother.
Should we do another one?
In the chat.
Should we do another one?
Do 2, and then we'll have a head-to-head. Whoever can get back to us before the All-Star break between Raffy D and the next person.
Yeah, the first one to get back to us. It's gonna be the key. We'll do a couple. We'll do a couple on this pod to get the likes going. Chat. We need people to pop up. We need people to like this video. It helps the chance.
Get in the like section.
Get in the like section. We're getting this going. Raffy D. If you're in this chat though, Raffy D, you have the first. Claim, the first call on this pod. 1-800-LUNATIC is saying keep running it. Who Who? I think your script is broken. The script is never broken. We just have 22K subs, folks. And we only have 340 people in this chat, but we have another channel ID ready to go. And if no one's claims at the end of the pod, then... Oh, okay, Ryker. You ready? Shen Thoash.
Oh, gosh. What?
Shen Thoash.
I see Justin Frando saying, I only know a Rafi A. I only know a Rafi B. So hopefully you know a Rafi C. And then somebody C. knows Rafi, the real Rafi D.
The real Rafi D. The real Shanathoash. You know, do we do three? Do we do three?
We do three. We do three.
Folks,
three is
get this video to 100 likes and we'll do three. But Draco's in the chat. In the super chat saying, is it possible for the Raps to win conference finals this year?
Yeah.
It's happening.
You're darn straight it is.
With
our style of basketball and, rotation defense, everybody above 6'8", there's no small team that's going to have their way with the Toronto Raptors. That's for sure.
That's true. And apparently Marcel Martin's saying Anthony Davis got injured in this one in tonight, so that's not good for the LA Lakers.
Does that surprise anybody at this point?
No, but Ryker, I'm thinking YOLO. The first person to claim this hoodie out of this script, it's going to that, folks. Actually, there's an error with my code. I don't know what's happening with the old code. Okay, it's good. We're running this.
I like the vid. We're not even gonna. It's not gonna give away unless we're at least at 100 likes. That's just a fact.
Honestly, that's probably why it didn't go to someone. But also, shout out to Draco for the super chat. We appreciate it. But should do a giveaway for people in the chat. I agree, folks. I agree. But my YouTube API skills aren't that savvy just yet.
It just goes to show how lucky were we the first time around that.
Oh my god.
That was Jake Lamette Johnston was in the chat.
Shout out channel members, get the Jakes going. Get the fake Jake emojis going. But Ryker, we got a new award winner. Ether Calibus.
Ether Caliber.
Calibus. Ether Calibus. Calibus. He's subscribed to CoffeeZilla, so shout out to
Calibus.
Shout out to Mr. Calibus. But people are saying call it for Paul Blunt. We might have to do just something crazy. Might have to get something wild. Whoa.
It's gonna have to go to somebody in the chat.
Okay, no. I thought Shanta someone was one of our.
Yeah, I don't think you're even like popping the names up on the screen, are you? Or are we just like super behind from watching it?
Yeah, we're behind.
Oh, okay.
That one was popped up, but
Ben, run it one more time.
One more time. Who wants some discussion or who wants some juice? They're saying question Ethernet, but Terminal's picking up some randos for real. I'm gonna keep running this.
Ether Calibus.
The script keeps running. The script keeps running, folks. We're giving it to people. Are you sure you have the right script? Let's get it rocking. Get a like spike for the squad. A little like spike. It's saying good luck. Got some pies thrown in there. And we got another challenge. Ryker, is this the one?
I think it is.
I think this is the one. I'm feeling good. Like, it's got to be this one. If it's not this one. Okay, Ryker, you ready?
Yeah.
The Trojan Horse Trial.
Oh, God.
He's got a few vids. He posted a video 5 months ago, so maybe he's getting it. If I win, I'm giving it away to someone in the chat. Shout out Marcel. Marcel killed it on the live watch along today. He's been killing it on those, but that's a W. If we don't get it claimed by some point, then we might we'll switch something up. Might have to do it with
I have an idea, Ben.
Okay.
we run it one more time. Last time. Final time. We just try once more. I have a really good feeling about the final
You
time.
have a really
If not,
good feeling?
if not, we rewrite the script. We do it after the All-Star break, but that won't be necessary, Ben, because I have a good feeling about
You have a
this.
good
Run it
feeling?
one more time, baby.
Folks,
One more time.
who's saying we do it one more time? Let us know in the chat.
One more time.
It's going to someone. People are saying viruses. People are. We're getting this going, folks. We're getting this going. The script is popping. Riker in Vegas one more time. It's like opening packs in 2K.
One more
time.
One
One more time. One more time. Why are you doing this to us? Uno Hamas. Pick me. Pick me. People are calling for it. Oh, it's lagging. You know the script is working when the video is gonna be lagging, Riker. We have a channel ID. If you have your channel ID memorized, you will get this.
One more time.
Brian Martin is getting it. Okay, Riker. Okay. We have another person.
I think this is it, Ben. I think we
Yeah?
got it this time.
Greg
we got it this
Greer.
We didn't get it this time. Can
Greg-
we on the fly like get a poll going in the chat that like records people's names and then just put that into like a random
We could get a poll going or something, and whatever name is dropped the most, whatever name you guys pick, you guys select the winner of this. I don't know.
That
if
could be
would
cool.
work.
That could be cool though.
That could be cool. You guys select it. Would that be unfair though for people that subbed? Honestly, we've tried to get it away a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's true. It has to be rando. That's why I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking it would be easy to just randomly select somebody that's in the chat, but we do have to be fair to the, everybody gets a chance.
That was Marcel Martin's. It's Marcel Martin's. What's it called? Burner.
That's his. No way.
No.
Oh, he's Josh and Greg Greer.
Greg
Don't
Greer,
be a fake Greg, Martin.
Greg.
Don't
we haven't
be a
seen
fake
Jake
GG.
in the chat. We need Jake Lamette Johnson to come out here and give us his
Can we
good
give this
luck.
award to Jake Lamette Johnson?
Please, Jake, sprinkle some luck on some folks. But random. Greg Greer's my troll account. Marcel, are you serious? Are you just joshing? Just do it for the people in the chat. People want this. You can do whatever. We do make the rules, Riker. We do.
That's true. Well,
make-
there's surely like just a basic like website link that we can direct people to that like puts people's names into an entry, and then we can just generate from that. Surely.
That's true. But
next time. I don't think it's tonight. We need to plan it better.
We do need to plan it. We do have a couple channels launching too soon, so we could do something with those, Riker. We can get a little pushes on those, but that might be unfair. But we rock that out. But people are calling for one more time, Riker.
No, 5 times.
I'm saying one more time.
One more time, man.
Parlay.
One more time.
Freddie, bet on yourself. Bet on you. Like this video if you want this
Kahoot it.
fresh
Kahoot it.
hoodie.
Kahoot it would be hilarious. I can create that.
Hackers will mess it up. Hackers hack into my computer and then give your name to yourself. Don't actually do that, please. Okay, I got this rockin' Riker. I feel like this is the one. I know we've said that, but imagine.
Ben, if we don't get it, I'm serious. We need to do a Raptors Kahoot with like questions, and whoever wins like a 10-question rapid fire Raptors Kahoot is going to be the person that wins. I think that's way more entertaining anyways. So let's see who the script draws. That's going to be a W for sure.
Well, Riker.
Yeah.
Is Aiden Simpson seems like a name that I've seen in the chat.
Aiden Simpson?
Aiden Simpson. He's got some dogs in his thumbnail, you know?
All right. Well, Aiden, he has until the next video to try and claim it. If not, let's Raptors Kahoot it. I like that idea.
Kahoot. I like the Raptors Kahoot. Get the Kahoot tunes. Hopefully it's not copyrighted, but Scooby-Doo with the win. One more time. People are calling for it. What is it now? At 8? Shout out to the squads. Shout out to the squads. But folks, what are your thoughts on this game, on the Raptors, on the buyout market? I feel like, Riker, I'm throwing it out on the pod here, but Tyreek Evans, my dad's coughing over there, so that was a loud cough. Might be picked up by the pods, but should we go after Tyreek Evans?
Because he's cleared from his 2-year suspension?
Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, you don't need a guy that's, too...
Get him and Jalen Harris on the squad.
Rusty. I'm looking at the chat. It's funny. All right, I got to close it out. I'm getting too distracted by it. Ben, we're going super long. We're still trying to do a reaction after this. We're going to dabble into some highlight reaction here now. So...
That's people are wondering what's up with father. Had a big cough there, but 8 people claim the hoodie at the same time. We'll literally, if there's multiple people claiming, we'll do the hoodies. We'll look at who emails raptorsdigest@gmail.com first. That's how you do it. That's how you get it rocking. But that's give the hoodie. Erica's thanking us for not being negative. We always ride out the positives, even when we don't play well. But how could you be sad on this game here tonight? The Raptors getting a W heading into the All-Star game. So we appreciate that. Oh, did you see the report that the Raptors almost signed Nick Claxton? Or traded for Nick Claxton?
Raptors almost signed who?
They almost traded a first for Nick Claxton from the Brooklyn Nets.
Should they have done that?
I kind of like Thad Young. I like Thad Young. He's more of a win-now guy. He facilitates. He passes. And we probably would have to give it a proper first-round pick, like no protections or anything like that. But Nick Claxton, young guy, potential. Joshy Ice. Josh is a big fan of Nick Claxton.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, we gave away a first. Like, it's tough to say a proper first versus not a proper first. Like, we still gave away, like, pick number 21, like that's valuable. I mean,
but we got pick 30, so
come on.
It's good vibes. So we also got a super chat from the young socialite himself, Sen Bimmons. Rip the Goron curse.
Sen Bimmons.
Riker, how are we feeling about the Goron curse? It's gone.
The what?
The Goron curse. The Goran Dragic curse. The Raptor cursed us once he walked out on the franchise.
It's too many curses to keep track of. Luckily, nobody's done GoDaddy in a while, right? Just like peanut butter and jelly commercials. That's the only ones that I've seen recently. Raptors do, right? We might bring in Tristan Thompson. We made a big video of the buyout market. He just
signed with the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, did he? Interesting.
Yep. So that's an interesting pickup. Going to shake up the Eastern Conference. Riker, I think you and I do have to record a video after this. So I think we do it one more time and then we sign off.
Oh God! One more time.
Get the chant going.
One more time. One more time.
One more time. It's rolling, Riker. It's rolling. You gotta keep the chant going. You're not. Oh, you're nodding. You're giving up. You're alarming. But folks. It's here. This channel ID, I know it's someone from the chat. I just know it. Riker, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Dave S, claim your hoodie.
Dave S. Man.
PewDiePie fan. It's tough. We'll figure it out, folks. We will figure it out. That's it's tough. It's a tough life. But we do have another video coming tonight, so we do have to record that because it's 1 a.m. here, and I have work in the morning. Folks, you guys have us to make this far. Check out the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, all of that cool stuff. Lots of big stuff coming from the channel, so stay subscribed. Lots of stuff coming out. Shout out to Thaddeus Young. Shout out to the 9 winners in this podcast. Hopefully one of them watches this video and claims that hoodie. The first person to claim it definitely gets it there. But check out Raptors Digest hoodies on Spreadshirt.com. That's down below. Shout out the channel memberships. Brian Martin, shout out to you for re-upping the channel membership in the pod tonight. Riker, do you have any last words on the Toronto Raptors? Getting a big W in this podcast, or should I just keep this outro going for a little bit longer? Say in the chat.
No, Ben.
Okay.
I'm a wealth of knowledge up here, including this little nugget. Do the difficult things while they're easy, and do the great things while they are small. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step, Ben, just like the Raptors this season. Cheers.